Yo, good morning, good day, good afternoon. I hope you're all keeping great. I hope you've had an awesome week. And ladies and gentlemen, today I come to you from Salins, Ireland with the ultimate guide to rocket manual, or Peg Wheelie. Yes, I have filmed this video before, however it was a few years ago and I wanted to refilm this and a few other how-tos. As you've seen, I refilmed the Turbine how-to and now this, and there's some more coming. But I want all my videos to have this energy about them, so yeah, here I am. So today let's go over everything rocket manual, whether that's rolling in a straight line, in a circle, spinning, turbines, backwards and more. So if you're a complete beginner to flatland, this will probably be your first back wheel trick or back wheel trick on the pegs. So it's perfect beginning to get into flatland. It's a great foundation for flatland. It leads to many more difficult tricks such as the lung spin, turbines, time machine, and really the possibilities are endless. Even professionals in the top world class still use this trick to link into other tricks. You just gotta have it. It's one of the great foundations of flatland if you want to ride back wheel. And it's also a good way to start learning how to balance using your free leg that's hanging off while you're in a trick, which you will use with so many tricks, whether that's hang fives, steamrollers and so on. It is very basic and very easy to learn. All you have to do is want to do it. So get out there and try it. Of course, watch this video first, grab some tips, and then get out there and get it done. The more you practice this trick, the faster you'll get it. I recommend literally trying it everywhere you go, whether that's on the way to school, work, to the shop. Do it everywhere that you are on your bike. If you do fall, the worst thing that'll happen is you'll land back on your feet, you'll let the bike loop out. If you are strong enough to hold onto the bike, do. If you're not, then let go of the bike, don't go with the bike. So the first thing you want to do is figure out which foot is your main foot that you'll put on the peg. If you already know, great. And if you already know which direction you would spin in, that's also great, because if you spin clockwise, then the foot will always be on the outside. So if you're going to the right, the foot that's on the peg will be on the left, and vice versa. If you're going anti-clockwise, the foot on the peg will be on the outside. This changes whether you're switch-footed and stuff, but don't worry about that for now. This is just a peg wheelie, so if you're going to be spinning to the right, put your foot on the left peg. If you're going to be spinning to the left, put your foot on the right peg. Simple. Just experiment, see what works for you. Everyone is different. I have friends who ride both clockwise and anti-clockwise, and then when you get to the more difficult tricks, you go cross-footed, so then it doesn't really matter. You'll be using both your feet eventually with double-footed tricks, switch-footed tricks and such. But it is very important. This will be your main leg that you use on the peg with most tricks, so get it right. So first up, just walk into it. Just get into the position, straight arms, front wheel about 20 inches off the floor, so a wheel's height off the floor. Straight arms, keep your torso above the back wheel. You want your center of gravity to be over the back axle. So get into the rocket manual position and just start pushing yourself off with your foot. Tap yourself off and just slowly find the balance point. Use your leg like a pendulum to balance. Tap if you need, and if you need to fall, just do that. This is something completely new to your body, so you will need to get used to balancing in that way, but it won't take you a long time. Like I said, the more you practice, the shorter it'll take you. And once you have the balance point, then it's time for the ride-in. So for the ride-in, just roll at an average speed, stand on your back pegs with both feet, shift your weight back, slightly pulling with your arms. However, you don't want to be like this. You just want to shift your hips back and pull with your arms, kind of more your forearms than your shoulders, you get me? And yeah, get into the rocket manual position. It won't take much. By you shifting your weight, your bike will automatically want to lift up the front wheel. So yeah, lift up your front wheel by shifting your weight and get into the balance point that you've practiced prior to trying the ride-in. Just roll for as long as you want. You've probably already tried this if you've been practicing on the way to school or just cycling through the town. To land, just put the front wheel down, step on the pedal, that's it. That's the rocket manual, easy, right? So yeah, it's so easy that you can literally go out there and learn it today. So write down all the tips from this video, get out there and learn it. This is such a good trick. It's such a big foundation to flatland and can lead to so many more difficult tricks, so many combinations, so many links, so many switches. And you have to learn it if you want to ride flatland, especially if you want to ride back wheel. And if it doesn't go right, just loop out and try again. That's all it takes. If you fall, just get up and try again. And no matter how many times you fall, get up and try again. That's what flatland is, that's what anything in life is, so get it done. So like I already mentioned, use your free leg that's hanging off, whether that's your right or left leg, depending on which way you'll be going in a circle. Use your free leg like a pendulum to balance. If the front wheel wants to come down, put your leg back, and if the bike wants to loop out, put your foot forward in order to counterbalance the direction in which the bike wants to fall. Sometimes the ground mightn't be even, there might be bumps, holes in the ground, so you do have to adjust your balance, and you do with your leg. Use your arms as necessary. For example, if you're going in a circle, you will need to bend your outside elbow and keep your inside arm straight in order to lean the bike towards the direction in which you'll be going to go in a circle. The balancing is all the same. The only thing you switch is your hands, and it will feel different because you are going in a circle instead of a straight line. So it will be a little bit different, but nothing you can't do with practice. For backwards rocket manuals, you can really just do them from standing still. Just pick the front wheel up, put your foot on the back wheel and scuff back and try to balance. It will be very similar to balancing forwards, however it will be a little bit different, a little bit more difficult, but with practice you can do anything. You can also do it from a rocket manual, but be careful. If you go too fast while trying to put your foot on, your shin will slam into your seat, and that's what happens if it does. And it's easier to do it from going in a circle and then putting your foot on when the bike carves in and wants to spin. Just putting your foot on the back tire and sort of trying to do a turbine but not going back forwards. So just put your foot on and scuff backwards really hard, give it a good kick so you get backwards momentum, and just try to balance. To spin a rocket manual, first you'll have to learn how to go in a circle. Go wide first and slowly work your way into a tighter circle. Once you start going into a certain size, so like going into a really small circle, you'll notice that the bike will want to switch momentum to either backwards or to start going in once you bring your leg in. So that's what you'll want to do. Go in a wide circle, start going tighter, and when you notice yourself going into that carve, going into that really tight spin, then bring your leg in, almost like a ballerina when you can see them on stage bringing their legs in to increase their momentum on spinning, or in pole fitness when you see them bring their legs in and arms in to, you know, start spinning faster on the spinny poles. Whether that's gymnastics, when you see them tuck in order to flip, it all works the same. It's physics. Once you bring everything in, you'll speed up. So bring your leg in. You can also put it out and in order to pump and build more speed. Enjoy the ride. Try to spin for as long as you can. Make sure your arms are sturdy. You will need to hold on. And to land, just put your front wheel down and roll away. Please don't try this on wet ground or bald tires or slippy surface. It can end bad, so do be careful where you try it or when you try it. If it's raining, maybe leave it till another day to learn how to spin and practice something else. Just a friendly tip. So Turbines is connecting forwards and backwards rocket manuals in order to do a forward and backward momentum. You can also carry the momentum from the initial carve and kick to go into multiple turbines or then go into different tricks. Of course, you can pump to create more momentum and do more turbines. However, starting with just one, you want to go into that really fast carve into your spinning rocket manual. Give it a good round kick. So if you're going in a clockwise direction, you want to use your right leg to give it a good wide kick, bringing your leg behind the back wheel only slightly, then bringing it back out while you're going in a forward momentum. You'll notice that it's the same momentum as when going into a spinning rocket manual, except instead of bringing your leg in or your knee up into your chest to spin, you'll put your foot back behind the wheel and the bike will naturally change direction into a backwards momentum. All you have to do then is use your arms to switch the direction of the bike lean. So if you're going clockwise, your left arm will be bent going into it, but when you're doing a turbine, you slightly switch that into the opposite arm bend, I guess I'll call it. When you're ready to go back, change your arms back. So forwards, backwards, forwards, and the same for your leg. When you're going into a turbine, your leg will be out, then behind, and then when you're ready to go back, at the same time as changing the leaning direction with your arms, bring your leg back forward, and the bike will naturally change direction and you'll be able to go back forward. If you want to do multiple turbines, keep the rocket manual going and then try to carry that momentum from the first turbine by putting your leg behind the back wheel and trying again. I just recently made an updated how to turbine video, so if you want to learn more about turbines, do check that out. I'll put the link down in the description. And that is it for today, guys. That is all for the Peg Wheelie, the rocket manual, whatever you want to call it. It's a great trick, a big foundation flatland with endless possibilities. Seriously, you can do so much with this trick. I can't stress that enough. So go out there and get it done. As always, thank you very much for watching. Leave your suggestions for the next how-tos down in the comments. Smash the like button, share this video with your friends who want to get into flatland, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!